Listen, all I'm saying is if it wasn't for hentai, half the people in America wouldn't know what anime is. That's all I'm saying. Argument over, debate done. I think I've won here. Now, when are we starting this?
We started 4 seconds ago.
Oh. Hey, you didn't. Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Dude, you haven't been letting me talk for like 5 minutes. So.
Well, yeah, that's because I was in the middle of a hot debate here.
Debate with yourself.
No, I was just telling you what the proper history on this was.
You've been ranting about hentai and America's knowledge on it for like an hour now.
And you're welcome.
45 minutes of that I couldn't talk.
And you're welcome.
Okay. What are we doing now?
I don't know. The other 30 minutes of my explanation, I gave you visuals, though, so you had to be thankful for that, at least.
I have to delete my internet history now.
That's fine. That doesn't matter. Either way, you got to look at it.
No, I don't.
No, you had to. Like, when I showed it, you were able to look at it. Therefore, you should be fine with that.
No, I'm not fine with that.
Why not? I, explained every single part where each branch of its own thing came from.
I did not need a Venn diagram of hentai and anime's collusion together.
Why not? I've explained half of the plots of anime just based on the hentai that they originated from.
Yes, but I was totally okay with just knowing that there's an anime, not a hentai.
Well, too bad. I know there's both, so you're blessed.
I would not call that blessed, but sure.
Anyway, welcome to today's episode. We're going on the new year here soon, actually.
Yes,
So,
2022.
2022.
Or a lot of people are saying 2020 part 2.
It's just 2020 XD. All I'm hoping for is that the house market goes down and the used car goes down.
So you're saying that the economy goes back to normal,
I'm hoping, yes.
which is not going to happen.
I don't know, because car manufacturers are supposed to be making their own chips, so they're supposed to be rolling out.
Oh, they're
new
making
cars.
their own chips now?
Well, they already make their own chips, but they're supposed to be getting the chips in so they can start finally sending cars out. Is what
You know what? I'll just
supposed
be
thing
happy. I'll just be happy when we can actually just consistently buy manga again. Because I'm tired of this crap where one day one volume will be $10, and the next day the volume's like $200.
Man, it's just gas prices with you.
Yes, gas prices. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes I wonder about you.
What do you mean?
Like, you haven't even done the whole proper intro yet.
But this is Baka-Talk.
They don't even know who they're talking to.
Well, welcome to Baka-Talk. Apparently, I gotta explain my name, even though I'm pretty sure that you're not gonna click on this episode without knowing who we are by now.
You never know.
What do you mean? Of course I know.
Some random dude could be scrolling through YouTube right now. It's like, hey, this is a cool anime girl picture thing, and
Why?
I don't know, because he's a weeb.
That's fair. That's a little fair, actually. I think that's how we got most of our audience, not gonna lie.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
We make a podcast
That's a
logo
cute
that's just
girl.
an anime girl.
We just trapped them. We're a trap. We're
And
a
then-
giant trap. Our organization is just a trap.
Now they just have to listen to, like, well, it used to be 3, but now it's 2 guys talking about anime crap when they thought they're just going to get cute anime girls.
I thought I was gonna get a podcast about cute girls. Instead, they all have allegedly. You don't know that for a fact. They don't.
I wasn't going to go that far, but
They
sure.
don't. They really don't. They don't know what I got. I've got Doom.
What is in your pants?
Doom. But, you know, so this is Baka-Talk. It's an episode where it's a show where 3, currently 2 Bakas just ramble on, talk about random things that, Bakas talk about.
Yes, the other co-host that actually kept us coherent and sane
He is still
gone.
He's still currently fighting the lawsuit against his ex-girlfriend over the affair with the one guy.
Yeah, so now I'm currently trying to hold Pyrolis down and make sure he doesn't get us canceled every 2 seconds.
He keeps on making me take these pills.
Called
I don't know
Adderall.
why. I just miss when Weasel was here. He would give me random pieces of cheese for no reason at all. It was amazing.
That's how you took
They
your
were
medicine.
rolled up. I don't know why they were rolled up, but I'm a man of cheese, and cheese is good no matter what.
Did you never feel the crunchy bits in the middle?
Wait, what are you talking about? I just swallowed it whole.
You are like a dog.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so, but ever since then, my mind's expanded, though. Ever since he's left, I've seen things that I don't even remember were there.
That's because you keep on spitting out the meds I give you.
Yeah, because you keep on giving me gross meds. Why should I don't need medication. Stop trying to medicate me.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't have any cheese around me.
Why would you need cheese to medicate me?
No reason.
Oh, okay, then why bring it up?
No reason.
All right. Anyway, our fellow listeners, my name is Pyrolis. That crazy, ludicrous man over there is Boom.
Yo, how's it going?
So,
I am currently racking my brain to figure out what we're going to talk about because news has been dead.
News has been dead, sadly.
I mean, there's like announcements for the new season coming up, like Attack on Titan's coming out, Chainsaw Man's coming out. I think Tanya the Evil's getting another season.
Yeah, but we already talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about that. What was it? It was High School DxD's getting a new season. We already talked about that. So like next year, this upcoming year is gonna be pretty sick for anime.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
I get
that's
Tanya
kinda
the
boring.
Evil. Excuse me, jeez, I'm not
Must
doing.
be that cheese.
Man, I'm not doing the good podcasting here.
No, you're not.
Ah.
Yes, cough right into the mic. Oh my gosh.
I got my high school. I got my Tanya. Maybe if I'm lucky, another Girls in Panzer Der film, which I still need to catch up on, will come out.
They're still not done with that?
I don't think so.
Wow. Cool.
Well, yeah, I think it'll be a pretty good year. Hopefully, we'll hear something about ReZero season 3.
I doubt it.
Don't say that.
I really do. I don't think we're gonna hear anything until next year. Not 2022, but like 2023.
2016 is when season 1 was released. We heard word about it 2020. So probably 2024 is when we'll hear the next thing.
On average, depends on how well season 2 actually did.
Yeah.
I think it did pretty good.
I think it did
People
very well
seem to
too.
be really happy with it.
People really love season 1, which is why
Yeah.
there's like they celebrate Rem and Ram's birthdays
Yeah. Right.
in Japan. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting a season 3. It has to.
Yeah, the only question is, some anime are weird because like certain magical index, it's like every 7 years it might get a new season.
I think that's because that's more of a niche market.
Yeah, it is.
So it's
I mean,
probably-
not very many people are watching that series.
Well, more than likely, that series is probably made as a love project, like how the Erased was.
No, not really.
You don't think so?
It's kind of more the production company because it's made by JC staff,
Okay.
and they got a lot of other anime they make.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And since it's kind of more of a niche anime,
It's
Like,
kind of
it's-
on the back burner.
yeah, it's kind of on the back burner.
Okay.
Plus, they kind of sucked at making season 3 of it, and they didn't really do a good job at all. Turns out stuffing like 7 volumes of a light novel into 24 episodes kind of sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't usually work out too well in my
No,
experience.
not really. Not really.
On that, I believe it was No Game No Life. Their novel series is ending.
Yeah. Yep.
They still have that spin-off though, giving it us from the point of view of the Fox Girl, who I currently forget the name of. But the Fox Girl Lolly spin-off is still going, as far as I'm aware.
I've only seen. I saw that volume at a bookstore once.
Yeah,
I
you
went
saw
to-
it in my because when I showed it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
went to look at it and realized it was wrapped and said explicit on the front. I'm like, oh, this is hentai.
It wasn't. it seems like it, but it's not.
Well, the cover is very deceiving.
I'll be honest with you. If the person who heads the place we go get that stuff had stuff like that, I probably would have bought them out by now.
You wouldn't have been able to get to it.
That's true.
Other people would have
I was
gotten
about to
a
say
lot quicker.
it'd be a fight. That's probably why he doesn't stock it. He knows it's going to be a bloodshed.
Yeah, plus there's a lot of
Bloodbath.
little kids that go into that shop.
That is true too.
There's been so many times. So the game store we play at, there's a pretty steady group of people that play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Like every Thursday. And we're all pretty good friends. I haven't been there in a while, but when we play, it's all pretty good friends. And we're joking around and being adults. So there's a lot of times we'll be getting into like a conversation that kids should not be listening to.
Yeah.
And like 3 little kids will walk through the door and it's just like instantly just goes dead quiet in the store.
I've witnessed this. Me and the owner of the store were playing Commander.
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Like basically, I just played Commander with him all night while he was running the store and stuff.
Yep.
So people come in and he'd go and like we basically call a break
Yeah.
because the main group already had a game going.
Oh, okay.
Can't really get into a
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So I just played with the owner.
Yep.
And he, yeah, they were in the middle of the conversation, and a family with a kid walked in, like, done.
Oh, that's the worst too. Like when a whole family walks in,
Yeah.
like the mom, the dad, and you can tell the mom and dad look totally uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because they walk in, they
Well, no,
see all of this
The
crap.
dad was there because he pre-ordered stuff.
Oh,
the
yeah.
mom and dad were really into it, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, into Magic.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, I know the couple you're talking about.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
Okay.
They actually play Commander with us once in a while,
Okay.
so.
I thought that was funny, though.
Yeah, it is funny.
So I just went through my hand. I was like, what all can I do?
We almost got banned off of Twitch once. In the early day of the store, we used to Twitch stream a lot of the competitions.
Yeah.
And two people were talking while they're playing, and they didn't realize they were the feature match. And they started talking about some stuff that was not allowed on Twitch. And the store owner, the old store owner at that moment, was like, "Hey guys, you're on Twitch right now." And they're like, "Oh, whoops."
Anyways, back to the Orc versus Lolly. I think this is how it'd go down. No, it'd go down more like this. Okay, you might be right, but
Let's just say we weren't on Twitch for much longer. We're not banned, just kind of
decided not to do it. Yeah. It's hard being PG. I try. I don't
Honestly,
like it.
I don't remember why we got off of Twitch. I think I don't think people are watching,
Okay.
and I don't think it was just worth it keeping it up because it was kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Plus, he kind of sold the store to the new owner.
Yeah.
Pretty soon after that. Fun times.
Sounds like it, yeah. But no, so that's it for the news on that. Not too much else.
Yeah, there's not much else coming out.
Not that we're aware of anyway. Nothing really big happened.
Not really.
No one died. No one new came out. Like that. I don't know. I don't really watch any of the seasonal animes, so I don't really know if any good stuff came out.
Most of the seasonal anime has ended.
Yeah.
Like all the ones in the top rankings have basically ended or are close to ending. So we're kind of just waiting for, I think it's winter 2022.
Okay, it's just waiting for the beast to bleed out and give us more.
Yeah. Yep. Milk the cow again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's always a fun period. It's like right after the holidays. People usually binge their old series and stuff.
Yeah. You were talking about binging anime movies earlier?
Yeah, I got on a binge of watching what I watch. Akira.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Promare, which is a trigger one. And then I watched Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop.
Yeah, which of those three were your favorite so far?
Good question. Promare.
Okay.
That was fun. It's like classic Trigger. So
Yeah.
you watched the Trigger episode of Star Wars.
Yeah.
The one with the lightsaber and getting the ship cut in half and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's basically that for 2 hours. Lots of yelling, lots of over exaggerated fighting, lots of screaming, lots of people being caught on fire. Funny part is that it was about firefighters and mutants, and mutants fighting firefighters because they could control fire. And then it turns out the mutants were actually being controlled by an alien race that was in a different dimension that was like accidentally going to blow up the earth. So the firefighters had to extinguish the earth so that way the people on the earth could live.
Interesting.
It's all very Evangelion / like Trigger like ending.
Imagine the poor man in the Antarctic that's like just barely staying warm by his fire, and then they're like, "We're taking all the fire." Oh no!
So, spoiler for the show or for the movie, but at the end, the firefighter and the head mutant guy team up, and they're in like basically in a giant mech, like Trigger always does. And what they have to do is they have to, because the magma in the earth is boiling over and is gonna like basically melt the earth, right? So what they do is they end up overheating the earth while trying to keep everybody alive. And basically what that does is it overheats the earth so much that the earth burns out and then it goes back to normal.
I feel like that's impossible.
It is impossible unless you're in a Trigger movie.
I guess so.
Yeah. Because like if anybody's ever seen Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill, Darling in the Franxx, shows like that, you pretty much realize that Trigger is not like bound to this reality at all.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's really cool though, because like they just don't give a crap about like what reality is or like what should be in a movie.
Yeah.
There's like, I want to put this in there, I want it to be over the top, and I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah.
They don't think about it, they just do it, and then somehow it just turns out to be like a decent movie. Like lots of yelling, lots of fighting, so much animation that like you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
What would you do if you found out that the entire studio trigger writing team was just a bunch of chimpanzees on typewriters?
Sometimes I wonder
And it's
because
like-
there's like no story besides for this very thin string of a plot.
Yeah.
Where it's just like fire and mutants and that's it.
There's just 1,000 monkeys, just like taped to the chairs, just going on the typewriters, and like banana juice just getting put in her mouth, so they're doing nothing but typing. And then like the editor, like the whoever, just like walks by, picks up on them. Nope, trash. Nope, trash. Nope, trash. Oh hey, out of 1,000 monkeys, we finally got a good one.
Yeah, right.
Let's turn this into a movie.
And then it turns into Darling in the Franxx. Everybody hates it, and they just fire all the monkeys.
Yeah, and then, you know, a few years later, for some reason, everyone all of a sudden loves Darling in the Franxx now, so they rehire those monkeys.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you get, apparently, Star Wars anime.
I guess, yeah.
Because that's the newest thing they've done, so.
Yeah.
And everybody seemed to be, like, half and half on that.
And I don't know. I don't really like over-the-top stuff, personally.
I don't like it so much in anime format. I like it in anime movie format.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is
You like small doses.
it was a fun 2-hour ride.
Yeah.
Like the music the music in this movie is great. It was all like upbeat, like very hyper music, and like it was just playing nonstop. It was great. And then like for 2 hours you're on your edge of your seat just watching all this like visual effects, music, and like this very loose string of a story just kind of like play through.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And then after you're done, you're just like, oh, that was fun, and I'm done now.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make you think. It might like get you hyped up. Like if you live next to a gym, you'd probably like get out of the movie and just like go do like 1,000 reps and be good.
Yeah.
Because that's what you kind of feel like after the movie. She's just like pumped up.
So in other words, just an hour of me on the toilet is what this sounds like.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Like you take a Dragon Ball Z fight and just take out the screaming part.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is.
Hey, I just made a poo-poo joke. We can get popular now. I was talking about this. I just realized this. We're getting popular now.
And then if we weren't actually like a non-explicit show, we could actually make like a male genital joke, and it would be good.
We would be epic, man. We would make so much of the...
Wait, we already made that joke.
Oh, you did?
So we're popular now.
We're popular now.
Heck
This is
yeah.
the episode we get popular. Air 5.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe Rogan, you better watch out.
We're coming for you. We're taking the jokes now. Say something at
Who's
toilet
the
wise.
stand-up comedian now?
I'm the sit-down comedian. Right on that toilet. Haha, 2 for 2, baby.
Where was I?
You think I can stand?
Anyways, you said you finished a very wholesome anime.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess you could say it was wholesome, but Kakushi Goto.
Nice.
Yeah.
I totally know what that means.
It's his name, Kakushi Goto.
I know. I was
Yeah.
joking.
Well, that's because I told you in the car, but I know before then you had no clue what that
I had
meant.
no idea what that meant. I actually forgot. I wanted to watch this anime, but I forgot it existed.
I think it does have an English translation, but I think the translation for that is probably gonna be poo-poo because his name's literally Kakushi Goto. Why would you try to translate to English when that's his
You
name?
want it. It's like Maruko-chan. You
Yeah.
don't translate that into something else.
Yeah, but no. So it's basically about this guy who draws dirty manga for a living,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want his daughter to find out, so he's hiding it from her.
As one would do.
And then, like, this is big spoiler warning here. So, for those that don't like hearing sensitive information, plug your ears or listen. One or two. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I don't think.
Do or do not. There is no try.
I don't think Kakushi Goto is really a popular anime.
It's not.
I
It's
definitely
really new.
recommend it.
It's really new. I think it was.
I thought it was from 2018.
Yeah. That's new.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it's only 2021.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago.
That's still new,
Maybe 4.
right?
I wouldn't say so.
In like the long history of anime, that's considered new.
Well, yeah, in the long history, but like in the long history of the world, 100 years old people are considered new.
True.
So like, I don't know.
I guess it's like what way you're looking at
I think once we get past the year, I think it's old because of how many is being pumped out per.
Okay, so it's
season.
pretty old then. Yeah, that's true. Because there's like four different season runs. And
Which is why I don't know. That's kind of the reason why I don't really stick with seasonal
Yeah.
because I just want to watch at my own pace. I don't want to have to like watch every single thing that comes out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But no. So eventually, back to the spoiler warning here. Spoiler warning. So this guy basically, after a bit, like you get bits and pieces of, because like at the end of every episode, at like episode 3, at the end of every single episode, you're looking in the future of what is happening, and like so.
That's interesting.
As soon as at the end of episode 3, the daughter, basically finds a key on her 18th birthday. She gets given a key to a place. This place is designed exactly how her old house was built.
Okay.
So she opens the door, and it's all the she finds out about her dad's job.
Okay.
And then like at this point I have to assume the dad's not in the picture because she's like, I miss him, I'm so sad, and like they're talking about him in the back, like the other characters talking about him in the background.
Oh.
Then like you're starting to get sad. And then episode 4, so basically like the whole plot about him trying to hide the stuff from her is going on. Then like the real story, in my opinion, is honestly the 2 minutes you get at the end where you're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Everything else is it's amazing, but it's filler.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
You're trying to figure out what's going on in these 2 minutes.
It's an instance where the B plot is more exciting than the A plot.
Yeah, but the B plot is only 2 minutes and not half an episode.
Right. Yeah.
Because the rest of it's like I'd relate it to kind of like a 4-coma slice of life.
Okay.
Is what plot A is like.
Yeah.
Plot B is stuff is getting real.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, to summarize plot B, she finds the house. It's designed exactly like her old house, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. It's designed.
So many burps. Jeez, dude.
I suck at this, okay?
And you know, I've been leaving the burps in because we talk about them right after.
I know, like you're gonna have to. But no, so the plot B goes along, and you start finding out that he didn't die. At like plot episode 10, you find he didn't die. What happened was he basically, so his wife died in a cruise.
Okay.
Like on a ship.
Yeah.
So you between point A and point B, there's a lot of facts and clues that you're getting. You're trying to piece stuff. It's like a giant puzzle. His wife ends up dying overseas on a boat, and with his money, with a lot of like his savings and the money he makes for making the manga, he has been paying a private investigator to keep on searching for her body because he believes that she's still alive. He has not given up on her this entire time.
Right. Okay.
And she's been dead for like the past 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So he's not giving up on her at all.
Yeah.
Well, the news catches wind of this.
Okay.
And like he's supposed to be like a funny mangaka and stuff. Like he's supposed to be funny jokes, dirty stuff.
Yeah.
And like they released the fact that he's been searching for his wife for all this for so long.
Yeah.
And so his fans are like, this guy's wife was seriously dead and he's making jokes like this. I don't really think I want to read this guy anymore. Like just bashing him for it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's kind of weird. I guess there's a difference in Japanese culture.
Well, no, it kind of makes sense because I feel like something that's something that would happen because people are just that shallow in all honesty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is stupid in my opinion because his personal life is different from what he's making.
Yeah.
So that's how I believe it should be, but people are just shallow, so I can see that happening.
Right.
But like you can like feel and hear that his heart, because he loved making manga. But his heart basically.
Well, yeah, like manga artists aren't the most well known. They're not the most like rich people in the world. They have to love what they're doing.
Yeah. But his heart like breaks, and he can't find in him to make a manga anymore.
Oh.
So he just ends up giving up and quits.
Okay.
So then he ends up he was making a decent amount of money with his manga stuff.
Yep.
But now that's over. They have to move out of the one house. They end up living in a smaller apartment.
Uh-huh.
And he ends up working as a loader.
Oh, okay.
So basically he would load pallets of stuff up on for cargo ships and stuff. Well, someone ended up getting in one of the pallets of one of the manga magazines that I used to work for.
Uh-huh.
And because they wanted to take a sneak peek at next week's issue or whatever.
Yeah.
And while he was lifting up, because that one manga was gone, the entire pallet ended up crushing him.
Oh.
So live by the manga, die by the manga.
So he does die.
He doesn't die.
Oh.
He gets he gets hit in the head and he ends up being not concussed, but in a coma.
Oh.
For like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I think it was. And then finally he wakes up. But he doesn't remember anything except for when she was 10.
Oh.
So he doesn't remember anything except for what happened in the A plot.
Right.
So like she goes up there and she's like, Dad, are you okay? And he's like, who are you? Where's my daughter? I need to go see my daughter. I'm worried about her because he's like a very doting and loving father.
Yep.
Like the only thing he talked about is I need to see my daughter. I need to make sure she's okay.
Oh, damn.
And like his daughter was standing in front of there listening to him, like caring about her. He's like, oh no, like that was very heartbreaking because like
yeah. But this is like when she's 18 now.
Yeah, she was 18, and he's just where's my daughter? I'm really worried. I need to see her. I need to make sure she's okay. I don't know why I'm in the hospital. I don't know how long I've been here, but I need to make sure she's doing okay. I need to make sure she's eating well, going to school, everything's doing all right. And then, like his whole old manga team was there, the people that would like write with him. And then they were trying to calm him down, like hold on, calm down. And basically they came up with a thing where we can't exactly tell him what's happening because that could ruin his mentality. That could ruin his mind.
Right.
If we just break down on him that hey, you're thinking of 8 years ago. So we're gonna have to go along with this until he naturally remembers.
Oh, okay.
And so his daughter's like basically pretends to be a new assistant.
Oh.
And
so like this is like probably like halfway through the season then.
this is episode 10.
Oh wow.
So
like how long is this show?
It's
24?
It's a 12 episode show.
Oh wow, so that's pretty. Okay, so it's kind of like the end plot.
Yep. So once episode 10 hits, it's just B plot overtakes everything. So for the next like 2 episods, it's they
crap
pace
gets
it.
real then.
Yes.
Crap gets real. Okay.
They pace it pretty well, in my opinion.
Do
They
they?
pace it really nicely. Yes.
Cool. A lot of times shows like that deal with like time lapses and stuff like that. If it's only 12 episodes, it seems like it's super rushed.
Yeah.
Like how Erased was.
I kind of think, personally, my personal theory of why plot A was the whole past thing is because that's what he's remembering while he's in the coma.
Right, yeah. Which would make sense. That's actually kind of a cool way to tell a story. So,
Yeah.
So that way you know what he's thinking through the last bit of the
Yeah,
show,
when he
so.
finally wakes up, you know where he's stuck.
Right.
But, so basically, they're like, all right, and his manga team at this point, you know, they all have their own jobs and careers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're all like, all right, we'll just take a few days off of our work because he thinks we're still doing a current manga piece. We're going to, help him.
Yeah.
So he like goes right to, takes off right where he left off on his manga from back then. Like, wow, he's writing exactly the same way he did back. Like this is bit for bit, word for word what he did.
So he's finishing something he already finished.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's going through it and redoing it, and like after a few days, the daughter's like, I can't do this anymore. I want my dad to. Well, at first she was like, I'm okay with this because he really enjoys manga.
Yeah.
Because she started blaming herself because she didn't know how much he loved manga or that he even did it until a few days ago.
Right.
But seeing how happy he was to be doing the manga, she didn't want him to really remember her anymore. She just wanted him to be happy.
Wow.
Well,
That's deep.
Well,
wow.
then, like after she decided this, like the next day, he was alone drawing, and she ended up asking him, "So, you must love drawing manga, right? Like this must be the biggest thing in the world you love doing." He's like, "No, it's not actually." And she's like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, my biggest joy in life, and in all honesty, is taking care of my daughter. I want to make sure she's happy, she smiles, she's clothed. That's all I care about. I just want her to smile." And this hit her hard.
Right.
She like starts tearing up because she didn't expect this.
Right.
Obviously she didn't know how much he loved her, especially like through this time. Like he was willing to give up his job just for her.
Mm-hmm.
So she ran back to the place where they kept all the stuff, and then she got his old manuscripts of stuff he's already completed but he was currently working on, and shows it all to him. And he starts gaining his memory as he's like looking through it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, wait, I can't let my daughter see this. Like starts hiding it from her as she's like staring at him. Like, it has a nice funny moment. But then he like realizes where he's at and what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a nice ending.
That's a really cool show.
I gotta watch the movie now.
Oh, there's a movie?
It is a movie, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the movie's about, but I gotta watch it.
Yeah. Cool. That actually makes me really want to watch the series.
It's really good.
Seems like a really wholesome, like... That's not even a romance anime. That's just like slice of life.
It's really funny.
Kind of like a drama.
Yeah,
Slice
I'd
of
say
life
drama. Yeah.
It's cool. Well, I guess with that we can take a break,
Yeah,
and then we
can.
can go hopping into more anime, I guess.
See, I managed to fill in the time. I
You
told you I
did.
would.
That was really cool. I actually enjoyed listening to that, and hopefully our our audience, I guess they are guests because they take their time and listen to the show. So our guests listened and was enjoying it.
And now we can go on break time, and I can tell you more about this Venn diagram I've been explaining to you before we started.
I was hoping you forgot about that.
Why would I forget about it? I got it on the TV still.
All right, you know what this means.
Add time.
Add time.
Hello, welcome back. We are back from break.
Okay, you need to stop with the Venn diagram.
Listen, the Venn diagram is the only thing in this world that you need in this current moment in
We
time.
literally meant to take a 2-minute break, and it's been 5 hours.
Okay, what's your point?
That is the point.
What do you mean? Just because
2 minutes does not just turn into 5 hours and everything's okay.
Just because it's 1 a.m. doesn't mean I'm the one that has to work tomorrow.
The sun's coming up. It's not 1 a.m.
Hey, either way, this Venn diagram explains it all.
It does not. I'm more confused than
It explains
ever before.
life itself. How are you confused by this? Do you see how this meshes in here? How brother and sister equal, not Steins Gate, but what's the one anime you like? I forget the name of it.
I did not.
Evangelion.
I did not need to know every state's favorite hentai.
Why not? I mean, Texas is kind of obvious because they banned lolly, so they kind of like, the bigger breasted ones, but, that is what it is.
I didn't need to know any of that.
No,
Neither does our listeners.
What about Florida Man? Come on, look what Florida Man enjoys. Come on, how can you not enjoy that?
That crap's just not normal.
So it's a bit weird, but it's better than California. Okay,
California, that is true.
It's better.
California just does not deserve to even have anime.
I mean, I didn't explain most of California because of what. If you want, I can, but I didn't.
No, I'm good. You know what?
Seattle is pretty bad.
Why don't we talk about why you can't find a new anime to watch?
Like I don't know. I watch animes based off of. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of my chocolate hot cocoa because I haven't yet. Delicious, foamy. I love it. Anyway, I watch manga based on abridges, memes, abridges, and the manga I've seen. Usually, when I say manga I've seen, I mean I'll read a manga. Then I'll see a meme based on the manga I watched turning into an anime. I'm like, what?
So what you're saying is that's why you have such a trash taste in anime.
Yeah,
because
I read manga.
Everything has to be funny.
I don't know, I like comedy. I'll also go for serious stuff. I like serious stuff. I don't like too serious stuff. Overly top serious things. I don't know. Death Note was okay, but then again, it also had the comedy breaks.
Where? I mean, there's
Ryuk.
like jokes.
Yeah.
Ryuk was funny, but like
That's what I mean. There were
it
jokes
was a
and stuff.
pretty dark show.
Yeah.
Like, it was really dark.
I like dark things.
Okay, yeah.
Like, come on, this Venn diagram explains it all. Like, I don't know. I don't really watch seasonal anime that much because, like I said before, I don't feel like I should have the need to stay on top of everything.
See, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The way I watch seasonal anime is I find the ones I'm interested in and I watch those because it's easier for me to find an anime I want to watch that's going to come out and be able to watch one episode of it a week instead of feeling like I have to set time aside to watch a couple episodes of it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
In that way, I'm constantly watching anime because I am so busy. I have a hard time just picking an anime and watching it. Because like I've been on watching Akame ga Kill for like the last month and a half. I got to like episode 7 and I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it because I have a hard time watching old anime episode by episode.
Okay.
Because like when I start watching it, I want to watch more of it.
Yeah.
Like I want to start binging it. So
It's hard for me to pick an anime. I more of just fall into an anime.
I get
That's
that,
honestly
yeah.
kind of just how I go through life.
yeah.
I just fall into something, and then I'll just download all of it, and slowly but surely watch it.
So like you're not one of those people that have a watch list that's 5 million like
No.
high.
My
and, like,
plan to watch on my anime list is mainly stuff that I've read, been suggested, or I randomly found, and I might get to it. I might not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds about like what my watch list is. You just don't click on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'll probably watch it all at some point in time, but I'm much more of a gamer than I'm an anime watcher, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I mainly... I will read manga a lot. I'll read manga in the middle of like matches when I'm, for example, a lot of time when I'm camping in Tarkov, I'll pull out my old phone and just have my headset on max volume, have my door closed. That way I can't hear anyone behind me. And I'll just read manga, and then I'll hear footsteps like, what was it? Okay, they're gone. What's that? Oh, someone's coming. Okay, get the mosing out. All right, and I got him. All right, let's go get him. So, like, I don't know. It's just, manga's a lot easier for me to consume.
Yeah.
Because my memory's pretty decent.
Yep.
So I can just, like, read a page and then drop it and go do something.
See, I have a hard time doing that. I either have to get to a chapter or get to a moment in the chapter where it's rememberable.
See, for anime, it's harder for me to watch and not stop watching.
Yes.
Because, like, every single episode ends with a cliffhanger. It's like, I need more. So
Which is why I like watching seasonal anime, because like when I'm super busy, I can watch the most recent episode, or sometimes I can let it go on for like 2 weeks, watch the most recent 2 episodes, and then I can't watch any more of it because there's no more.
The most I'll watch, so the day I watch anime the most is probably Saturday after work if I don't have anything going on.
Yeah.
Because I'll get home after work and 2 hours later everyone will go to bed and I'll just be in my room like, yeah, I can watch anime till 3 in the morning.
Right.
And then I'll just do that, and then I'll fall asleep and wake up at 11, and then everyone will be like, why are you asleep until 11? I'm like, why is my whole family here? I was up till 3. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, right. That's how it feels on Sundays. Sundays sometimes suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Well, what are you planning on watching next?
I'm going to finish Akame Got Killed, finally.
Okay.
I'm actually going to sit down and watch it now that I have some time off.
All right.
I have my 2 dual screen monitors now, so I can...
You can watch 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that.
Just like,
I plan on
just do what moderator does. Let your eyes split and focus on each screen like a chameleon, and then just watch them both.
No.
Just have 2
that
headsets.
That sounds dangerous.
Just have 2 headsets, one for each monitor, and proceed.
Nah, I'm good.
Just your left ear.
I'm really good. I'm not gonna do that.
Why not?
Because
he does it all the time. He's perfectly fine.
He watched perfectly fine.
He watched Hunter x Hunter like 4 times, man.
So he watched it 4 times all at once, right? So he had like
Probably.
4 screens, and he
Probably.
just played each episode.
Not gonna lie, he probably did that.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna watch Akame Got Kill. And like I was saying, I have 2 screens now for my computer, so I can put Akame Got Kill on one screen and, like, I don't know, play a game or something on the other.
I'll do that sometimes.
Well,
I don't know.
The reason I want to do that is because, one, I'm watching the English dubbed, so I can do that.
When I used to not have internet access, and I just had like Skyrim or other offline games, and I was like 15, my second screen would have because I've always had 2 screens. Like, I've always, even when I had like the big box screens, I had 2 of them.
Huh.
I just had 2 big box screens on my desk. So,
that sounds heavy. I'm surprised your desk didn't break.
Why I think I had to have these big arms,
right?
Like, yeah.
Anyway, so I guess that makes sense. So you were saying 2 screens.
Yeah, so I got 2 big. I've always had 2 screens, but basically one I'd be playing a game on, and the other one would be Tokyo Ghoul running for the 15th time.
That's what else I was gonna do. Is I was gonna play games because I've got some more time until I actually have to go back to work.
Yeah,
I was gonna like rewatch like Gurren Lagann or something.
The only animes I had from 13 to 14, 15 until I was able to get my own dad at my own house. Yeah. Until then, I had like.
You said get your own dad at your own house?
My own data.
Data. Because I heard
my own
dad.
phone data. Yeah.
Get my own data.
I had to hunt him down too, but no, like my way of getting anime back then was I had to pirate it off of like ISO torrent, like Pirate Bay, like the hard way.
Yeah.
When I was young, it was still the hard way. Now everyone's got it easy with Anime Kisa and Kiss Anime when that was still around.
Right.
They had it. You guys, you don't know.
Yeah, you didn't have to guess what you were getting.
Yeah. A lot of times I got porn.
Yeah.
I didn't want porn. I wanted hentai. No. Like, seriously, like, Pirate Bay, like, they used to not give you any reference images.
No.
So it'd just be like...
And sometimes it's just a random, like, it'd have, like, what it's supposed to be, but then it'd just be a random file name on it.
A lot of times, I'd try to download, like, for example, I downloaded, I think it was, what was it? Tokyo Ghoul once, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And it was just a porn parody of Tokyo Ghoul. I was like, man, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted Tokyo Ghoul. So
it's literally that meme. Guys, I think I downloaded the wrong Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, basically. that was true for a lot of stuff. Luckily, I was able to get off of Pirate Bay because I found ISO Torrent, which was a lot better.
Yeah.
It actually gave you some details on what you were downloading.
Right.
Instead of accidentally downloading illegal stuff. Because Pirate Bay was known for that.
Anyways, we've already talked about this on the podcast multiple times.
Well, yeah, but I'm going in depth. Like, it took me like a week at a time usually to download, because I had to download it by the season. I couldn't download just one episode at a time. The files are always just the complete season.
Right.
So I'd have to wait for that to download on my phone. So I had like an 8 gigabyte SD card.
Wow.
And that download on my phone whenever I was at school.
Yeah.
School gave me hassle because a lot of times I'd have to find a workaround to find a way to get a VPN on my phone.
Right.
And then activate it so that way the school Wi-Fi wouldn't stop me from getting on sites I'm not supposed to.
Well, I remember doing stuff like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to do that a lot. But no, so like, basically I just have Tokyo Ghoul on my one screen playing. I had Tokyo Ghoul, High School, Eromanga Sensei, Okusama Geseito Kaichu.
You know, Eromanga Sensei is pretty new.
It's from 2016. I was 15 back then.
Okay, yeah, true.
I
feel like it's new, but like my old age self says like new was 2007.
Man, you think That's So Raven is new? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I do not. I grew up watching that show. So.
I don't have that much anime. I had like 5, and I just rewatch mainly Tokyo Ghoul is what I rewatch.
I mean, when I grew up, we had VHSs, so that's what I got to watch was whatever VHS tape we had.
We had a lot of VHS tapes. The issue was we didn't have a VHS player. So I just like, man, that would be cool to watch. All right, going back to anime, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't have anime. I feel like I'd be much more addicted to anime if I had anime when I was a kid.
I'm a degenerate.
You are a degenerate.
I played games and watched anime. It was the life.
I watched random kids movies when I was a kid, like a normal kid would.
Yeah, not gonna lie, most of my childhood was hooking up a home network so I could play multiplayer on the 2 computers that I built from spare parts, then forcing my brother to play against me. He ended up losing a lot.
Yeah, as one younger brother would.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would play StarCraft and Age of Empires mainly, and then I had like this old Cisco router from like 98 or like even older.
Right.
I still got it, but I just spliced my own cords, hooked them up. Like I had to splice my own cords because his foot was like, his room was like 50 feet away from the server, so I had to like make a giant cord and attach it from my room all the way to his room, which was on at that time at the other side of the house. So the cord would run through the living room and then go into his room and the computer I let him use.
Yeah.
And then I just had like a little 10-foot cord running from the thing to my computer.
Nice.
So that was basically. Then I'd be like, "Hey, I'm bored. Want to play games?" Like, I guess I don't get anything else because we were in the boondocks.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
There was nothing else to do.
Yeah, you either just play with a stick outside or watch TV.
Yeah, so I just whooped him in Age of Empires a lot.
Sounds cool to me. I didn't get to do that. I got to play computer.
I also pirated
opponents.
Nekopara.
You did pirate Nekopara. Remember you told me about that.
Nekopara Volume 1 and 2. And then I made my own money and I bought them all.
All right, well, that was interesting. What time we at? We're almost done, but one thing I did want to say. So I watched Akira.
Yeah.
And that's like a really popular, came out in 1988.
Yeah.
Really old movie, really old anime movie. Everybody loves it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was just kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get what people see in that.
I don't know. I don't really like anime movies too much because, I don't know, a lot of them doesn't feel like, from what I've seen, they don't really seem too paced out, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, the pacing usually feels weird.
This went on for 2 hours, and like the first hour was weird. There was a lot of those old animated movies where they just have scenes with music playing as basically a static image.
Yeah.
For what seemed like a minute.
Yeah.
It had a lot of that where it's just like cityscape.
So why I don't like Evangelion. Well, one of the reasons I like Evangelion.
Yeah, sure, yeah. That's a good criticism of Evangelion. They did have a lot of that. But like it was an interesting story, but just by like the end of hour 1, I was like, is this gonna end or not?
Yeah.
Because it seemed like it was just looping on itself. And then the whole ending seemed like it was not rushed, but like just kind of like forced to work.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like I thought Evangelion's ending was weird. This was almost weirder because like it kind of didn't make sense at all. Like you have no idea what's going on really.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe people can let me know that I'm stupid, but like it didn't make sense, and I enjoyed it for a sci-fi movie, but for the way people made it out to be, I was expecting a lot more like depth into the show.
I think it's more of my biggest argument against like movies in general is you're trying to convey a plot.
Yeah. That
is supposed to be like an amazing plot, but you're trying to convey it in 2 hours.
Right.
It's why I don't like books being made into movies, because you're trying to put a 300-page at least book into 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, most audiobooks are 40 hours long.
Yeah.
Like if you look at like a basic, like not novella, but like full novel, like a sci-fi novel, like a mystery novel, they're like 24 to like 40 hours long.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make that into a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck?
In all honesty, a lot of things are condensed in the book.
Yeah.
Because like if you were actually recording and like doing images and stuff, what's being described in the book is going to be longer in the image.
Yeah.
Because images and movies just take longer time with that.
Yep.
Because books mainly, words are just concise explanations of what's going on.
Well, the nice thing about books is they can go in depth into the character's mental thoughts, mental state. That's the nice thing about books. Same thing with like manga. Manga and comics, you can kind of go into the thought process of the character, but then you also get to see the still image of action scenes and like characters' faces and stuff. Kind of get that visual representation of it. TV shows are cool because they can do a lot of explanation and a lot of plot in depth, but you can't do so much like mental thought.
Yeah.
Movies are just like helter skelter. Like they have to go and they have to be interesting for 2 hours. So they just like forgo most of the in-depth stuff.
I think the best movies I watch are movies that take place over a span of a day or two. For example, Jurassic Park. It's something that takes place over a day or two, is what the main plot takes place over.
Yeah.
It's not that long. It matches up pretty well, and the plot's able to go out nicely. For example, what's it called? The one movie that say it's Christmas, Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard is based on one night. That's pretty easy to do within 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it explains it pretty well, and the plot goes by pretty, because you're better able to
but
time
that's like
self.
meant to be an action movie, so of course it's supposed to go fast.
Well, just in general, it's better for you to be able to time things down when it's closer to the actual span of time you have.
Yeah.
Because like
that is true. Like I think Jurassic Park goes on for like what, 2 days, 3 days?
I think like 2 to 3 days.
And they span it out to be pretty. It feels like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel 3 days boring, but it feels like you see the important parts of each day.
Yeah.
Where like Akira, it was hard because like they would do the whole like switch to scenes, and you're just kind of confused on where it was going.
Well, it's why I didn't really like the final season of Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah. Because
the manga, it's like a few months worth of stuff, and they basically condensed it to 12 episodes.
Oh,
and it was a lot of cutting from like different time loops, and if you didn't read the manga, you are confused as to what's going on.
Okay, that would seem really confusing.
Yes. So that's my biggest argument against movies, because it feels like that's what they do a lot of time when they span over a few days.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, there's very few movies that can get it done well, but
Yeah.
usually it's the closer you are to the amount of length. I think, like, the best movie out there is probably going to be a movie that, takes second by second.
Yeah.
I feel like, I want to say I watched a movie like that, but I can't remember at the moment.
I mean, there was that, there's an old TV show called 24 Hours, where literally, like, they'd have an hour episode,
Mm-hmm.
and it was literally an hour of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there'd be 24 episodes, and that would be the whole season.
Okay.
It'd just be one day of,
Yeah.
like, this insane plot going on. It was usually wrapped around, like, the presidency and, like, the Secret Service and stuff, 'cause that's kind of what the show is about.
Mhm.
But, like, each hour, I think, like, the first season was, like, there's a bomb that was going to go off in a day. Like, they're trying to find it and stuff. So, like, each hour they're trying to figure out the plot to find the bomb.
I feel like something that is going to go a lot better because you're better able to go through the time.
Yeah,
You're better able to condense time down because you're just matching the second to the second, so you can plan things out a lot better.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you watch an hour, and that's the hour of the day. And then next week, you watch the next hour.
Like, that's the hardest part when it comes to making really anything in
Yes.
video format is you got to find a way to properly, even podcasting, we got to find a way to properly not process time, but properly lay stuff out.
Yeah, which is something we do. This podcast needs to get better at. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, that's just something that no matter what, whether it's just game intros, let's plays,
Yeah, exactly.
everything. When it's a video format, you have to find a way to properly span things out
Yeah.
over a certain amount of time.
Well, especially in, like, audio format too for podcasting. You have to be precise on what you're gonna say, because if you just start rambling, people are just gonna tune out.
Yeah.
And they won't enjoy the show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I was saying, Akira, it's not bad. I would not say it's a bad movie. It's just people put so much hype into these old shows,
Yeah.
like Evangelion, like Cowboy Bebop, like Akira, and then some people will watch it and they just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get Akira, but not saying it's bad. It's just people make it out to be so much better. There's so much, like, nostalgia factor in it.
Well, it's like airlines in the 50s and 60s. People call airlines from the 50s and 60s like the golden era of travel.
Well, yeah, because you always see those pictures of, like, the luxury, like, first class seats
Yeah.
and stuff. And
But it was like the worst time to travel
right.
because between the turbulence, because we couldn't get up that high, and plane crashes were awful. Like, basically, how it happened is there'd be two planes staring at each other, flying towards each other, and they'd be like, radio tower, this is a sign that we're in front of Boeing 747 number 2. The radio tower to Boeing 747 number 1, you're perfectly fine. You're not anywhere near that plane. Oh, all right. Hey, Dale, tower says that we can't see you. So I'm going to disregard the fact that I can see you in front of me and just fly straight. All right, Dale. All right, Ben. This is Dale here. I also got the same thing for my tower, so we'll just fly straight, I guess. We won't hit each other. We trust our technology. Then they'd crash and die.
Makes sense to me.
There was a lot of plane crashes back then. A lot of airplane collisions.
I would hope it didn't go exactly like that, because then I have no faith in
That
the
was a
pilot
decent,
training.
that was a decent amount of exaggeration, I think.
I hope
hope nothing like that happened. But there was a lot of airline collisions because their stuff.
The radar technology just didn't work. So,
yeah.
like, there'd be a cloud, and, like, you just, like...
The cloud would become a plane.
Yeah, just like, is that cloud moving? It's moving, right? You see that moving.
And then engine failures in general. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Airplanes had so many engine failures back then. Like, a lot of times they're like, well, we survived with the last two engines on the right wing. We basically just hovered and drifted across the Atlantic Ocean.
This is the perfect way a Baka-Talk episode should end, so I'm just going to say this. The way we literally just yeet ourselves into the sky should not be possible. We take a vehicle that is thousands of pounds, that is made of metal.
Yep.
We stick a couple hundred people in it. 2 people that supposedly have training have this stick
Yeah.
that they hold on to with thousands of buttons around them.
Yeah.
And we just yeet it into the sky with explosions,
Hoping that the amount of thrust keeps them in air.
and hoping that Mother Nature is just like, nah, you're not flying today, and just, like, smacks it out of the sky.
Like, literally, it was safer to get in a spaceship and fly to the moon than it was to fly from here to fly from like Detroit, Michigan, let's say,
Yeah.
to Chicago, Illinois.
I could see that. I could literally see that because like it's scary, and it's the same thing for like going underwater.
Yeah.
We're in this tube of metal that supposedly can withstand thousands of pounds of pressure, and we just sink ourselves.
Yeah, I'm never going to a submarine. It's one reason why I'm never going to join the Navy, because there's a chance. I know it's just a chance, but it's a chance. Me being put on a nuclear submarine.
Yeah. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
We literally like ruined the fabric of nature by splitting an atom, and now we're just like, we'll just like power this tube of metal and just sink it into the earth.
If something happens to us, the whole world's gonna die.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, I think nuclear submarines was I get the concept, but it was the dumbest thing ever.
Now, nuclear technology, if they did it right,
Would work amazing.
But to me, a nuclear reactor in a pressurized tube underneath the water, technically it's the safest as it could be. Because if it goes off, I mean, there's a couple thousand fish dead. Probably an ecosystem might get messed up a little bit. But like, for humanity's sake, not very many people are going to die besides for the poor people in the submarine.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's going to go off in New York or something.
Yeah.
Unless it's in like New York's Bay. And then I guess a lot of people are screwed.
My worry is, what if a nuclear submarine goes off and like another country takes us and launched nukes at us? Launch them. You know what? That'd be pretty
I
bad.
feel like that's what communication are for.
Yeah.
Like, I would hope that if an American nuclear submarine like went off in like the Atlantic Ocean, that like our neighbors across the Atlantic would be like, hey, like, what just happened? And hopefully somebody would pick that phone up like it was their freaking girlfriend about to divorce them and just be like, yeah, no, we're all good. Like, we're not trying to kill you or anything.
We promise that was literally just a sub blowing up.
It was just a sub blowing up, we swear.
Yeah,
like,
half our east coast is gone. It was literally just a sub. There are soldiers proceeding to march on our beaches and mow down. It was an accident. The sub just blew up by itself.
he just like holds the phone up. He's like, are we actually invading them or like?
No, he's in the middle of the battlefield. Like, I can see you talking on the phone. No, you can't. I don't know what you're talking about.
literally firing at like the trench guns.
No, literally firing at the guy he's talking to on the phone. You just shot him. You hit my head. No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. I can see you reloading. I can hear it on the other side. No, you can't.
Just hangs up. It's like, I don't think they're attacking us. Get shot.
I'm pretty sure, guys, that they're not. I mean, he very much explained his point of view. He stated very much. I believe this guy with how desperate he sounded for us to not fight back. I believe him. And he just walks up to him, gets his throat slit, and like, yeah. So we're not attacking you at all. World peace. Let's go.
That sounds like something that'd be like a Wolfenstein like scenario.
Probably.
I don't know. This like Wolfenstein's just weird.
Or like an Alucard.
Oh, an Alucard.
Yeah. I'm not attacking you at all.
Hope you guys got life insurance. All right. Anyways, we should probably end the show because I don't want to edit something that is beyond 2 hours.
Why not?
And I don't think people want to listen to something that's beyond 2 hours.
I mean, I don't know. You seem pretty excited about my Venn diagram. And we've been doing this for like, I don't know, 8,
Nobody
9
else
hours.
can see my face, but look at my face. Look at it.
It looks
Does it look
ecstatic.
happy? It does
I see
not.
the sparkle in your eyes about this.
That is literally the will to live evaporating out of my eyes.
Yeah, because your will to live is trying closer to the Venn diagram. Obviously, because this is your will to live right here. This Venn diagram.
That Venn diagram is not my will to live.
I think it is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in front of your house. That way your neighbors know about this too.
Oh, that reminds me of something.
Huh?
So,
Are we talking about this?
so that was a funny joke. No, we're not going to talk about my neighbor.
okay.
We're not going to talk about neighbor.
All right, okay.
I kind of want to, but also at the same time, it's just like, nah. What was funny is, so I have a Kirasu, like, keychain thing on my keys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I felt really embarrassed about this. I don't know why. I go to the car, the garage, the car repair. What are they called?
A mechanic?
The mechanic. Thank you. I go to the mechanic today to get my car looked at. I hand him my keys, and the lady grabs my keys and like locks on to the Kirasu thing, grabs it and just looks at it, looks at me, and just like puts the keys away. And I'm just like, that was really aggressive.
So I had a similar experience today. I went to Taco Bell to get food, and I got a Hago on my steering wheel because Ramen Cat put it there. Every time I go to like a different restaurant, a lot of times people like laugh, or like a lot of girls end up blushing for, I don't know why. It's in a Hago. Why are you blushing? Anyway.
Anyways, not to interrupt.
Oh yeah, no problem.
But I did want to finish my story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyways, halfway through, they called me back up and they're like, "Is this your girlfriend's car?" I was like, "No, this is not my girlfriend's car. This is my car." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Anyways, that was my whole experience. I'm just like,
are you sure it's pretty clean? I don't think a weeb can have this clean of a car.
Oh, I drive like a white Pontiac Bonneville. It's like totally a girl's car.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, this is totally a girl's car.
I don't want to say it when you bought it, but yeah, it is. It really is.
I think it's a pretty cool car. It's like a nice luxury car for me. So,
well, there you go. At least you like it.
I mean, if it was up to me, I'd be driving like a 69 Camaro. So
have fun with that gas mileage.
Yeah, but it's a sweet car though.
No, so today I was getting Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
And I hand her $15 because I, to pay for my stuff. She wanted to hand me the change.
Yep.
I watched her look at the Hago, and this is what she did. I just hand my change. She literally leaned out. She tried to make it look like it was to hand me the change, but I know for a fact it wasn't because my hand was right in front of her.
Yeah.
But she still leaned out. Like, she just leaned out over the thing to look into my vehicle.
And halfway sticking in the car.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
great.
all of a sudden, she like narrowed her eyes at me and basically just like didn't like me at all. On the bright side, I got my food like thrown at me as fast as she could, so I could get out of it, which is pretty nice because short lunchtime.
Yeah.
But like either way, like she just glared at me and gave me the worst attitude ever
Wow.
over in a Hago on my steering wheel. I'm like, man, usually people laugh.
You just have the
or
mouth.
they blush. Yeah.
It's not like a whole face or anything. It's
No,
like nothing disgusting. It's just like a funny mouth.
Yeah, it's just a mouth.
Wow.
And she like
People can't take a joke, can they?
I know, that's what I was saying. I was like, man, it's just a drawing.
Yeah.
Like even if it was just like a nude, it's just a drawing. What do you,
Okay, I could see like if it was like a whole like
that
a
does make
Hago
that would
nude
make
thing.
more sense.
Yes.
But either way, it's just a drawing in my
Yeah.
mind. Like that would make more sense, but it's just a drawing.
Yeah.
And this was just a mouth.
Like to me, like you've seen those car wraps, like those stickers where
Yeah,
it's like
with
the
it-
half naked
yeah.
anime girl. That to me is distasteful.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind having like an anime sticker, but like if it's a half naked girl, it's just like, come on, people don't want to see that. Some people just don't want to see that.
Well, in my mind, I'm thinking you literally work at Taco Bell in the middle of not really the greatest city in Michigan.
Yeah.
You have seen worse. I know you've seen worse.
Yeah.
Why are you giving me the dirty look?
Yeah. I don't know.
Bright side, she didn't ask if it was my girlfriend's car, so.
I don't know why. Like that almost makes me want to take it off my keychain, but also at the same time, it makes me want to leave it on my keychain even more.
I got a girlfriend, guys. Totally. I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
No, it's just funny.
Just
though.
bring your waifu pillow in your car. This is her.
Just put it in the back seat.
Just put it in the driver's seat.
Oh yeah.
Have it drive you around.
No, what I'll do is I'll just get a Hago face, blow it up so it's a whole steering wheel, and just like wrap the steering wheel in it.
I mean, if Tesla, not gonna lie, if Tesla comes out with like a full self-driving vehicle, I'm gonna buy one, put a waifu pillow in the driver's seat, and just lean back and let it drive me home, baby.
Let your waifu literally drive you around.
Yeah.
Until your waifu crashes into a deer and you die.
Hey,
Because it's Michigan.
Yeah.
And, like, deer are suicidal here.
I hope a Tesla would be able to be like, deer.
No, they
deer."
don't.
No, they don't?
They don't see deer. Several people have gotten in crashes. They speed up sometimes. They speed. It's like, you don't know what's more suicidal, the Tesla or the deer?
Hey, at least I have discovered something that's going to compete my level of suicide.
The Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It'll just help me.
Maybe you should just go stand on the side of the road with the deer.
Maybe.
They have something going. Like, if you just don't want to be here anymore.
That is true. That is fair. My only issue is that it would be a painful way to die.
We don't condone, like, suicide.
No, we don't
No.
condone it. No, that's bad. Don't do it. Anyways, I think this episode's gone on for a bit too much long. I need to use the restroom pretty bad, and my mind's honestly kind of being fandangled at the moment. So, this is Pyrolis. I'm signing off. You can find me at Pyrolis2. You can find us, just Google Baka-Talk. All you gotta do. Our Twitter is talk-baka.
No.
It's just Talk Baka.
Yeah.
It's just Talk Baka. Our Gmail is askbakatalk@gmail.com. The at is very important.
Yes.
On that, boom, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at SirBoom9. They can also find me on another podcast called Look Behind You.
It's a cup.
Where we talk about the paranormal and strange and also random geek stuff. You can, find the podcast where you said we could find the podcast.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
On that, I gotta use the restroom. Boom, you can study this Venn diagram until I get back. I'm gonna be giving you a pop quiz on this.
I'm gonna light it on fire.
You can't. It's fireproof. I made sure of that.
How is it fireproof?
It's made out of fiberglass.
There's a will and there's a way.
If you can find it out by the time I'm done with the bathroom, good on you. But study this. There's a pop quiz tomorrow on it. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you all later.
Sayonara, Janya.
Janya.